Hi, anyone and everyone. This is Kim, the Humble Hermit from Come As You Are Oracle. I'm going to do the collective tarot for today. Today is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. You may follow me on the Tack, the Tube, the Lemonade, the Blue Sky Social, the Pinterest, my blog, or not. Totally up to you. Take what resonates. Leave what doesn't. If it doesn't fit, don't make it fit. If some of it fits, God's kiss. We love that for you. Whatever does not fit, just leave it on the table for someone else. That way you don't have to take on that unnecessary energy, right? I think I said like a couple days ago, like I'm no longer going to say anything. And then I still say something. I'm so silly. All right. I gave myself a foot bath twice today. Twice. I was going to do it last night and then I kind of fell asleep and then I got lazy and I'm like, I'm not getting out of bed for that. I've just been relaxing. When I did it the one this morning, I didn't make the water hot enough. Okay, we got 3 on the table. What the hell is that? Something like is jabbing the inside of my nail. It's probably the nail. Okay, we got 3 on the table, 2 major. Four on the table, 2 major. Five on the table, 2 major. Two more shuffles. I'm doing this kind of late. I hope it uploads because YouTube, I mean, you guys know I've been telling you for weeks it's been like crazy unpredictable. Like you'll have a video that's 30 minutes, upload in 5 minutes, and you'll have a video that's 10 minutes, upload in 30 minutes. And you'll do 2 15-minute videos and try to upload them at the same time, and 6 hours later, they'll still be like at 10%, 20%. Hello. The only thing I could think of is maybe my internet like goes in and out, and then it like one more shuffle. But I always figured that when that happened, that's why I get, because sometimes stuff will go to upload and I'll let it sit for a while, and when I come back it'll tell me there's an error. I always assumed that when I lost power for my internet, that's where the error comes from. But maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. And I don't really, I mean, I lose a signal, but if I like reboot my router, it's fine. We got 7 on the table with bottom of the deck. Oh, you guys. Oh, that's interesting because we had the Lovers yesterday. Now here's another situation. 7 of Swords, the Lovers, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. Some dishonesty surrounding a partnership, a collaboration. Someone getting clarity, and the wheel moves. Maybe that was an extension from last night. This was at the bottom of the deck in the upright. If you believe, maybe now somebody believes. I'm going to set that there. Got the Chariot. I got the King of Wands. Got to love that king. Okay. Okay, I mean, I can say it because I don't think it's going to trigger anything onto YouTube. But I was going to say, got to love that sexy wand. Oh my God. The Sun. I mean, the only thing that's going to trigger it on YouTube is if you report my joke. It was a joke, man. Nine of Swords. I can't help it. I thought it was funny. Ten of Cups. I swear, I'm not high. I'm not drunk. Nope. Still sober. We got Four of Wands. Although I will tell you, on Monday, Cinco de Mayo, I was really tempted to go and get like a little margarita, like a little pre-can Bud Light margarita or something. And I was also thinking about doing a mocktail. I didn't do it. I was too lazy. I was too damn lazy. We got the Empress, bottom of the deck. Masculine, feminine, it doesn't matter. I keep forgetting to say that on the videos too. Maybe I don't need to say it anymore. Maybe it doesn't matter. I do not think that was always on this card. I'm going to look at my other deck, y'all. This symbol on this woman's jacket, it looks like it was drawn on after the fact. Like, it doesn't look like it's part of the card. Look at that symbol. But it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel indented or bumpy or scratched on or anything. All right, again, feminine, masculine, it doesn't matter. So this is the thing. You could attribute this to like a lover's connection, a person coming in for you because you have the Ten of Cups here, the Four of Wands. You have Empress energy, like mother energy. You could say that like a person is coming in for another person. The funny thing is I think that's just all someone's energy. Because when these first four cards fell out, the Chariot, the King of Wands, the Sun, and the Nine of Swords, what I was seeing was somebody is gonna have an idea come in for them. They're gonna have this idea, and with the Sun, it's gonna be authentic. It's gonna be unique in some type of way. Maybe not. It's gonna be unique in some type of way. It's not gonna be like. It's not gonna be something like unknown, but it's gonna be unique in some type of way. Somebody's going to do something. Somebody's going to get an idea and they're going to do something. With the Chariot, like it's going to come to them. The King of Wands, creative vision. Like somebody's going to get an idea to do something. And as long as they stand for the truth, I just heard, in their authentic self, this could bring in their Ten of Cups, a Four of Wands feeling, and make them empress status, motherly status, like queen bee status. And again, it doesn't matter. You can say emperor. It really doesn't matter. The key is to not get in your head about it, not think about it too much. Take the idea and run with it. I think I was talking, I don't know if I was talking about it earlier or yesterday or Monday, but, and I don't even think I went into this much detail, but you guys know that I create for TikTok. For Lemonade, Blue Sky Social. I was doing Instagram. I was doing Facebook. I still have them floating out there. I just haven't posted anything in a couple days. I got to the point where I was looking for content and I was trying to create stuff for all of these platforms. And don't get me wrong, a lot of them I would just do the same thing because I don't have the same followers in every spot on every platform. But I got to the point where I was just like, don't even think about it. Just pull it and post it, pull it and post it, pull it and post it. Because, and I've talked about this before too, you can look at all the data you want to look at. You literally can look at all the data you want to look at. And it is interesting, like when you look at your TikTok account and you look at the data and the likes and the followers and how many minutes each of your videos watch, all of that stuff is very interesting to me. I like looking at that stuff. The thing is there's no rhyme or reason. There's literally no rhyme or reason. Everybody's like, algorithm, algorithm, algorithm. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying there's no algorithm, but what I'm saying is I could post, and I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding, because I know for a fact that I've posted like a post, and then like 6 months later, I posted it again with different results. And here's why. You can only control what you put out there and when you put it out there, right? I typically post to like my TikTok first thing in the morning. Like, I'm not kidding, like 4 o'clock in the morning. I will do like 6 posts to TikTok and I let them ride all day. And it's not very often that I'll kick something out there in the afternoon. I really don't usually do that. Lately, I've been reposting a lot of my memories from TikTok. Like, I'll repost them. And some of them I'll leave the on this day, March 21st, 2024 on there, but you can delete it and you can post it as if it was a new post. So some I do that, some I don't. And most of my personal posts don't really get a lot of cred. I think the most I've ever had on one of my personal posts is like maybe like, I don't know, like 1,300, 1,500 views. All of my views come from my little factoids that I pull from other sources and I post to TikTok. Like, fact, Navajo Indians, migrated from the west to the north. Like stuff like that. Like little weird history, factoid things you wouldn't necessarily know, things about celebrities you wouldn't necessarily know. Bam, I post it. Again, I post every morning for between 3:30 and 4:30 in the morning, typically. Now, like this morning on my day off, I think I posted between 4:30 and 5 this morning. A little bit later. The thing is my post this morning, I kind of did a little test this morning. I did all 6, because I usually do about 6 posts a day. I did all 6 as my memory. And I kept three or 4 of them with on this day, and the other 2 I took them off and deleted them and posted them as new. The biggest hit on the one I got, I think, was like 400 and something views, and the rest were a lot lower than that. And I actually just posted something to it a little while ago, just as, like, see what happens kind of thing. But yeah, it's interesting to watch, but I can literally tell you there's no rhyme or reason, because you can only control what you post, and you can only control when you post it, and you can only control how often you post. You cannot control who's on TikTok watching, at what time of day, for how long, and what mood they're in. You cannot control any of those things. And there are some days when I am on there and I surf, because I follow a little over like 1,000 people, 1,100 people I follow. I told you guys I got rid of a lot of the big creators. Like I'm not fucking with that. So I really only kept big creators if they cook, because I like to watch people cook, or if it's actually news, like I actually get some source of news from it. But I can tell you when I'm on there and I scroll through, like some days I'm more interested in cat stuff or dog stuff. Some days I'm more interested in political. Some days I'm like looking at the cooking stuff. There's some days that I go on there and I'm like, and I read, okay, I read because I write. I used to be an avid reader a long time ago. I had probably thousands of books. And I'm not really one for book talk, right? It's kind of like its own little thing on there. But every once in a while, like something will like catch my eye and I'll get stuck watching this thing about this book, or about somebody making a joke about a book or something like that. And then I'll get sucked into books on book talk. But that's what I'm saying. Like every day is different. Every person is not necessarily going to want to see the same things that they saw the day before, you know? So my niche, which isn't really a niche at all as far as I'm concerned, it's hit or miss. But whatever this is, like I just heard surefire win. Don't get in your head about it. Whatever this idea is that comes to you, roll with it. Roll with it. Be real about it. Don't hold back. And and this is the thing, even though I just said all of that stuff, right? You can't think about that. When you post, you need to just go with your gut feeling and post with what you want to post. You can't really think about, like, is this going to get me views? Is this going to get me likes? Because again, who the hell knows? You know? Depends on who gets on there to watch that day and what they see. And if you go across their FYP, you know? Or if they're already a follower. You can't really think about that stuff. I can't be afraid to write my book and just be like, oh, forget it. Like, I'm not going to write anything. No, I wrote 3 fucking books. Like, I'm going to publish them as a book. Like, it's happening. Like, I know it's happening. Like, I don't be in your head about it. Be positive about it. Think good thoughts about it. Because when you roll with it, like, all of this is happening. And I don't want to, you could be married, you could be in a relationship, you could be single. I don't care. You know how I feel. If you watch me, you know how I feel about 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, all that stuff. You don't need to be with another person to get your 10 of Cups, honey. You are a 10 of Cups. Man, woman, they, it doesn't matter. Alien, you're a 10 of Cups. You will always be a 10 of Cups in my eye. You don't need a spouse or a person. If you have one, fabulous. Maybe you're a 13 of Cups. I don't know. You don't need another person for 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Wands, 10 of anything. Like you don't. You're good. You're good enough, more than good enough, just on your own. You're just going to be so happy, because what is going to come from this is abundance. And again, what do you see as abundance? Abundance to me is this, doing this every day for you guys, paid or not. Abundance to me is being at home, spending time with my cats, hanging out with my friends. That's abundance to me. Money would be awesome. Money would be awesome. I would love some money. Love some money. And I already know what I would do with money if I got money. A lot of it would go to charity, I'm not going to lie. And a lot of it would go to enabling me to do this for the rest of my life, because this is what brings me joy. I'd probably do some other things. Buy some land, put a house on it, a couple barns for some kitties and some puppies. Hopefully have like a lake nearby, because I still want that freaking boat. I still want that boat. Doesn't have to be big, just like a little boat. I even thought, and it's a joke, of naming it the Rowan, only because if you know Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell from Overboard. At the beginning of the movie, they show the old show about like the $1 million yachts and stuff. I cannot remember what that show was called, but the announcer guy is like, the Rowan. So I was thinking, I said, wouldn't it be cute to have like this tiny little boat, that holds like 6 or 8 people, and then you just call it the Rowan. There's your yacht. I'm sorry. I think it's hilarious. I think it's hilarious. Anywho, I'm gonna leave it there. I did want to say one thing. I was in the kitchen doing dishes, and I know it's not a lot, but I was thinking. I was listening to the background noise, and I saw somebody with like brown hair, like light brown hair, like dirty blonde brown hair, kind of. I didn't. I would say probably more female, just because it seemed longer and more like styled but not styled. But it could have been a male with longer hair. So anyway, I don't know. I saw somebody with brown hair when I was standing in the kitchen doing just dishes. All right, I'm gonna leave it there. I hope it resonated for you. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope, if anything, you found it entertaining. I hope you all had a great hump day. I cannot wait for tomorrow. I cannot wait for the next day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.